Hey guys, it's Mark Lane. Wanted to bring you out to this house today to talk to you about a wholesale deal that I did just last week. Or I should say I got it under contract and got it sold, just waiting for the closing. So I want to talk to you about how this deal came about, how the deal got structured, as well as why I decided to wholesale it instead of fix and flip it. So this deal came about through a bandit sign. Okay, the owner had called off the sign, and by the way, I want to say to always make sure you follow up. So the owner of this house had called off of my bandit sign, but he didn't leave. I couldn't answer at that time, and he didn't leave a message, anything like that. Through my call system, I was able to identify the phone number. So I actually just called this person back and said, "Hey, you had called my number off of one of my signs. Just want to see how I could help you." He's like, "Oh, yeah." He's like, just kind of want to see what you guys do." So that's my first point is we have to call, right? Even if they don't leave a voicemail, even if they don't make contact with us, we still have to call and follow up because who knows why people don't leave messages sometimes. Maybe they just don't like to, but it doesn't mean they're still not motivated, okay? So I called him up and, talked about the deal. He said, "Hey, I'm looking at, here's what I owe," which I think it was 58. And he's like, "I'm looking to try to get about 10,000 out of it. To walk away with." I said, kind of, what I'm looking at, what I could see, I said, this is something usually we'd pay, between 50 to 60 for. And he's like, "Well, we're a little far apart." I said, the reason I want to see where you would be at, I said, we're in the ballpark, right? We're fairly close. Why don't we come together, see if, we can make something work. I'll come out to the house, I'll look it over, and I'll give you my best offer. So, we attempted to meet out here once, didn't work out, so we met out here the next day. So this was actually just this last Monday. Met out here, do a walkthrough, we talked for a while, and so we settled on a purchase price of $66,000. All right, $66,000. Now, this house probably could sell for, my guess is about $110,000 retail. If I were to go in, if I were to do the repairs. And we'll do a walkthrough here in just a second, but based off of the layout, based off of the skinny driveway, lack of garage, some different stuff going against it, I just decided this would be a better wholesale deal. So I quickly sent it out to a couple buyers, as well as I posted on Facebook. Had one of my buyers respond almost instantly and said that he would take the deal. So I had sold this one at $76,000. So very, very quickly, within about an hour, made about a $10,000 spread. Okay, so if I would have flipped it, I probably could have made more, but because of this type of house, there was a little bit more of an unknown with it. So what I'm saying is, if you're not sure of what the outcome is going to be from fixing and flipping, that's when you wholesale. If you're very confident of the outcome from fixing and flipping, that's when you flip. All right. And what I see a lot of people trying to do when they get started is they want to fix and flip everything, or they want to wholesale everything. They're not trying to learn both skill sets, and we have to know both skill sets because they pay different ways. They both play their part. Okay. So that's kind of how the deal got structured. We're into title now, getting that worked out, and we should be closing here in a couple weeks. So from a bandit sign that costs $1.50 or $2, we're making $10,000 from it. So marketing works. So let's take a real quick walkthrough of this house, and I'm going to kind of explain why I decided to wholesale it. So as we walk through, we can maybe get a quick shot of this, but it's a little bit of a funky entryway. So not like your normal entry door and stuff. This almost looks more of a commercial building type of doorway with, being mostly metal and glass. So it's a little bit funky, which gives it, it could kind of be cool, but it kind of gives it an odd feel at the same time. It doesn't give it the normal, traditional house feel. We got one fairly small bedroom in there. Okay. We have this pretty small, kind of boxy entryway. This is probably a 9 by 10 room. So not really a very big room to have, your normal couch and chair and that kind of stuff. And then, fairly good sized dining room. But again, like this whole house is really narrow. Like it's long, but it's narrow. So, and that's again a reason why like I'm always so in tune to like the spacing, like the space, the flow of the house, is because that's what people look at, because they're coming into the house and they're thinking like, how's my furniture going to set up? Like, how's things going to lay out? How are we going to be sitting together? They're thinking about all these kind of things. Kitchen's pretty functional. Not much to do here. So, the person that bought it's just going to rent it out. So they're going to be able to rent this house out for doing almost no work at all. They'll maybe have a couple $1,000s into it. So then we come around here. Got the bathroom. So kind of big tub, soaking tub. And then we have like first floor laundry. So it's kind of nice. And then we go back this way again. And we have another decent sized bedroom. And this is a good sized bedroom. This is probably, 13 by 15 or so. Closet. And then a deck off of this one that goes out to the backyard. So as you can see, this house as a whole is probably, let's just walk it out and see what it looks like. Go on to, yep, about right what I said. So about 15 feet wide is the house by probably 40 to 50, 60 feet long. So when you have those types of dimensions, it naturally makes for a little bit of an odd layout. So that's that. So that's why I decided to wholesale. So again, when we decide to wholesale versus flip, one, we have to look at certainly what our payout's going to be, how beneficial it is going to be to wholesale it versus how beneficial it's going to be to flip it, and the amount of risk that goes into flipping it sometimes isn't worthwhile. So like on this wholesale, I get to make $10,000 with zero risk, whereas a flip, I could maybe make 20, but it's going to come with a certain amount of risk, maybe a little bit harder to sell because of layout and stuff like that. So that's why we analyze these deals. They always come down to numbers, but they also, because we're in real estate, we have to think about it as the functionality of who's going to be buying the house, that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's the deal. You guys, appreciate you watching. As always, be sure to subscribe, like and comment. If you have any kind of comments, let us know how we can help you. And if you haven't already, be sure to jump over to flippingfastlane.com. We're actually going to be giving away my free deal analyzer spreadsheet. So if you haven't gone over there already, be sure to jump over there now and grab that. And as always, we'll see you on the next video.